Ask Stu. Wowzers in my trousers. Oh hi guys, and welcome to Ask Stu, a series where I answer your questions and also get my Uncle Roger to give you some really terrible life advice. Question 1 comes from Nia J, who says, what's the strangest piece of merchandise you've seen during your time in Japan? Now Nia, that is a good question because Japan is known for being full of really wacky, weird and wonderful things. But I would say that there's also pretty wacky things back in England and all over the world. I think people blow it out of proportion a little bit, like how wacky and weird Japan is, because only the really weird and wacky stuff makes it over to the UK or the US. Having said that, one thing I've noticed that really baffles me is the Japanese love of head. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about the foamy bit on the top of your beer. For some reason, the Japanese love it, and I have no idea why. So if you were to serve a pint like this in the UK, let's just say it wouldn't go down particularly well. Yet in Japan, this is how they like their beer. So much so that I have found a piece of merchandise which I have with me today, which creates an extra head on your beer. Now I've not tried it out yet, so I'm gonna try it today and see what happens. Let's go. So, this is the contraption in question. It is a beer head maker, and I have no idea how to use it. Here is a fancy wine glass that I'm gonna put the beer into, because I don't have an actual beer mug. And here I have some Ebisu, all malt beer. So let's try and work this out. I have a towel down because I foresee this going horribly, horribly wrong. So let's see, I'm gonna put the can in here, that looks about right. Okay, there's some sort of like button on the back, because I'm gonna pull this down. And that, okay, so now the beer is lodged in place. I feel like there's this little switch here, which probably is what makes the beer come out of this nozzle, I'm guessing? Could it be as simple as that? Let's give it a shot. Hang on. Hold on. The beer isn't yet open. Womp womp. Okay, that was a poor first attempt. Absolute fail. Here we go. Put that in the right way. And here we go. Beer head maker. Wait, I guess I need to actually pour it, right? Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think this is doing it. Oh God, holy, whoa, look at the head on that. That is a terrible beer. Why would anyone want to drink that? Also, yeah, I guess if you're into head, this kind of head, then great, because that is mostly foam. I can't drink that because it's not a drink, it's foam. Yeah. Kayla Jude, blame it on Kayla, asks, who is your favorite author and why? That's another good question, but hands down, my favorite author is Sir Terry Pratchett. One of the first books I ever received from my dad was Sir Terry Pratchett's The Colour of Magic, which was his first ever book in his Discworld series. Now, if you've never read a Terry Pratchett book, I would highly recommend it because he is wonderfully witty, just a hilarious writer. He has lots of kind of undertones of like social commentary and satire in his work. A very, very intelligent guy, but unfortunately, he passed away in March 2015 from kind of a long struggle he had with Alzheimer's. And when I heard this news, I was genuinely heartbroken because his books are incredible. So I would definitely recommend checking out any books by Sir Terry Pratchett. Our next question comes from Hammer Honey. She says, hey, you're back with a dodgy knee? My son was pleased that the funny Japanese man is back. Oh, the funny Japanese man. And he went on to ask me what wanky meant. Sorry about that. Should Pluto have been downgraded to a dwarf planet? Now, I don't know much about science and the world, but I do know a guy that does. My Uncle Roger.
Hello, lad.
Uncle Roger, I can't see you. You need to tilt your screen up.
I can see you fine, lad. What are you talking about?
No. You've got to tilt up your screen.
Well, like this.
A little bit more.
How about now?
Just a little bit more. No, down a bit.
Bloody hell, make your mind up.
There we go. That's better. And are you sitting outside of your front door?
Yeah, the missus doesn't like me inside the house at night, so I stay out here. How's it going over in Hong Kong?
I'm in Tokyo, Uncle Roger.
Same difference. You have some more wisdom from your Uncle Roger then?
I am indeed. I have a question here from Hammer Honey, who asks, should Pluto have been downgraded to a dwarf planet?
Solid question, and you've come to the right place. As you well know, I once did a 2-week internship at the International Astronomical Union, where I learned that a planet is defined as a body orbiting the Sun that is massive enough such that its gravity maintains its shape and it's able to clear other objects in its neighbourhood, something that Pluto is not able to do. Furthermore, following the discovery of planet-like objects orbiting our Sun that are farther away than Pluto, but larger than it, the scientific community would either have to name many more such objects as planets, or conclude that celestial bodies past Neptune would be considered dwarf planets.
Wow, Uncle Roger, that was surprisingly informative. So you're saying the declassification was justified?
I don't care, as long as we still have Uranus. Get it? It's like butthole.
Okay, thanks for that. I've got to go, but I'll catch you later, Rog.
No problem. Bye, Stu. Have a good one.
So Hammer Honey, I hope that answered your question. The last question for today comes from Special Form 12, and they ask, what is better, a fish or a seesaw? It's a question that has been asked repeatedly for millions of years now, and may very well decide the future of our human existence. Well, if that is the question... Wow. Some of the more astute of you may have noticed that in the first episode of Ask Stu, I posed you with 2 options at the end of the video. One was the fish, and one was the seesaw. Now you can click here to go back to that first video and let me know which of the 2 gave you the better option. You can decide which is better, fish or seesaw. And that's all I have time for today's episode of Ask Stu. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you have a question that you would like to ask me, or you'd like some life advice from my Uncle Roger, please leave that down in the comment section below, or you can leave a message on Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag Q4Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and consider sharing with your friends, and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you lovely bunch next time, and matane!